My name is Tyler.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are Marshall University dietetic interns. And today we are going to be taking you to some of our favorite restaurants in Huntington to show you how to eat healthy while on a budget.
Before we get started, we want to show you how to build a balanced plate. We like to use my plate. On my plate, you want to have half of your foods be from fruits and vegetables, and then a fourth of your plate be from whole grains, and then the other part be from protein. And we also want to make sure that we get some dairy throughout the day.
So when taking into consideration my plate, I like to have a cup of yogurt for a snack in between lunch and dinner. Typically I'll add some strawberries to that. That way I'm getting some dairy and getting some of my fruits in for the day through that snack.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it is really good. It's a wonderful snack and I definitely recommend it.
Why don't we take the information that we learned from my plate and see if we can build a healthy meal at some restaurants?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Our first stop of the day is Pita Pit. Pita Pit's great because you can get a lot of veggies and a lot of nutrients just in one wrap. I like to go for a whole wheat wrap, so I know I'm getting whole grains. My favorite is the chicken pesto, however they have lots of other options. The one I'm choosing today has a lot of vegetables, it has lean meat and whole grains, plus it has some dairy because it has some feta cheese. So let's go! I chose water because water saves calories and it saves money. Delicious pita, and it was only $8.55 with tax and a tip. This looks delicious.
So for our second stop, we chose to visit Chipotle, in which I ordered a burrito bowl, which I was able to customize however I wanted. I chose to go with some brown rice for my whole grains, some green peppers for my vegetables, and some grilled chicken for my lean protein. You are also given the option to add shredded cheese, thus providing you with some dairy as well. The cost of this meal was $5.35 after tax, which is fantastic because you get most of the nutrients you need while saving money all at the same time.
And inside the market, we're going to go to the fuel counter. The fuel counter is great because you can pick whatever you want. They have pizzas, they have sandwiches, they have subs. I'm going to choose a salad with a bed of greens. I'm going to choose broccoli, cucumbers, carrots, pears, and dried cranberries to add some sweetness and some crunch. And I'm going to top it off with some grilled chicken. Sometimes I do walnuts, but today I'm choosing grilled chicken since it's a better protein. And I'm also going to choose a balsamic vinaigrette. Let's go! This salad looks amazing, and it was only $8.29. That was delicious and nutritious. Let's go back to the kitchen and see if we can recreate that. That salad from the fuel counter was delicious, don't you think?
Oh, it was absolutely wonderful.
But do you think that we can make this salad at home?
Absolutely, and that's what we're going to be taking you guys through today.
So here we have all the same ingredients that we had at the fuel counter. We have the broccoli, cucumbers, we have a pear. We opted for shredded carrots just to make it a little bit easier, but you could shred the carrots yourself. We have a baby spring mix. We have a very similar dressing. We opted for a balsamic vinaigrette that we bought from the grocery store, very similar to the one they have at the fuel counter. And of course, we're gonna have to make the chicken ourselves.
It's always important to take into consideration proper food safety practices. So with the chicken, you always want to keep it separate from all your other ingredients. for the goal of avoiding cross-contamination. If you were to cross-contaminate your foods without knowing, it could result in a lot of unpleasant symptoms, and you could get pretty sick from that. So we want to go into detail and teach you about how to avoid that today. So either you want to chop your veggies on a cutting board first, or you want to use separate cutting boards and separate knives for the veggies and the chicken. And for the chicken, you want to cook that to 165 degrees, and that's when you know it's technically safe to consume.
To make this recipe, you'll first want to rinse or wash all of your fruits and vegetables. Then you'll want to dice or chop them as we have. Chicken, remember to use a separate cutting board and knife. We also chose to wear gloves just to keep things extra sanitary. To make this chicken, we first diced it. Then we sprinkled it with salt, pepper, and garlic to give it some flavor. However, you can use whatever spices you would like. Then over medium-high heat, we cooked it with some olive oil. We cooked it until the internal temperature was 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and we checked it with a meat thermometer.
Now that our chicken is cooked and our veggies are prepped, we can put our salad together. So basically all I'm gonna do is just throw everything in this big salad bowl. Salad is put together, it's ready to eat. I've waited to put the dressing on to have it on the side so that way I can decide how much I want when I'm ready to eat. Now we can leave this salad in this big bowl and we can eat it on a plate and share it with others. Or what I'm probably going to do is put it in a nice container to take with me to work tomorrow. Now when you're taking food with you to work, you want to make sure that you use ice blocks. And when you use an ice block, you want to make sure to keep your lunchbox zipped so that way the cold doesn't escape. Another great option is to put it in a refrigerator if you have one. I'm also going to put my dressing in a small container so that way I have dressing to go with me as well.
Now we're going to give you a brief overview of the cost comparison between the fuel counter salad and the one we recreated at the kitchen. As you can see, the salad we purchased from the fuel counter costs slightly more. However, that cost also includes the 20% tip. However, before the tip, they both cost around the same amount.
As you can see, the nutrients for each salad are pretty similar. The main difference was the salad dressing. However, both salads were nutritious and delicious. They both had carrots, which are a great source of vitamin A. Plus, they were made on a bed of leafy greens, which has things like iron and magnesium. So if you follow the My Plate guidelines that we went over earlier, and try to get a lot of color on your plate, you can easily get all the nutrients you need.
Thank you all so very much for joining us today.
We hope you had fun following us around Huntington finding healthy meals while on a budget. We want you to remember to follow the My Plate guidelines. Get fruits and vegetables and make that fill up half of your plate. Make sure to choose whole grains and lean protein options. And don't forget to add some dairy throughout the day. And another budget saving tip is to order water at restaurants. That not only saves money, but also saves you around 150 calories and a whole lot of sugar.
Plus, doing so, especially before a meal, will help you to get full faster. Wanted to go ahead and share that last little tidbit as well. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
Bye, guys.